Some of that help will come from right here in the metro. CBS 46's Don Shipman joins us live from the Salvation Army Command Center. Don, good evening.
Good evening. Both the Red Cross and the Salvation Army have teams ready to go in place right now in the Savannah area. For example, the Red Cross has 2 shelters set up right now, and they're ready to add more if necessary. And then the Salvation Army, they have teams ready to go to get into place. Now, all of this is happening as both agencies right now are helping our neighbors to our south in Florida.
We'll see all those Salvation Army canteens converge.
From this small room at the Salvation Army's headquarters in Atlanta, a group of about 10 people are laser focused on screens, big and small, helping to monitor dozens of teams ready to lend a hand to those in need.
This storm is so big that we're actually pulling a strike team together of canteens from as far away as Texas.
Right now, the Salvation Army has 27 units positioned in the hardest hit areas of Florida, places like Fort Myers, where the destruction is unimaginable, posing big challenges for organizations trying to help.
That command team is actually physically going to those hardest hit areas to make face-to-face contact with those Salvation Army officers.
We are keeping our Florida Red Crossers in our hearts.
While the Salvation Army feeds some 20,000 people per day, the American Red Cross is housing them. Some 500 volunteers, many of them from Georgia, have set up dozens of shelters.
Big spaces, we have cots, we have blankets, feeding happens. So they're well taken care of in our shelters.
We're still in the middle of a storm right now.
It's not just nonprofits on the front lines. Atlanta-based The Home Depot initiating its Hurricane Command Center. Staff working around the clock right now, making sure that their stores in Florida are stocked.
We pre-position goods along the coast. Depending on where that happens, it's moved primarily by truck.
And right now I want to show you some of the food that they are giving out, the Salvation Army. They're doing breakfast and lunch right now. It's these box dinners and lunches, I should say. And then take a look inside. You have some fruit, you have some yogurt as well, and also some milk. And this doesn't need to be refrigerated. This is what they're giving out now because they don't have those mobile kitchens set up. Once they get those mobile kitchens set up, they can do upwards of 1,500 meals per day in just one kitchen. They're thinking just about 20,000 per day with all of them in Florida. And this is a startling number too here. They say that because of the destruction from this hurricane, they will likely be in Florida feeding all of those people up until Thanksgiving. Live in Atlanta, Don Shipman, CBS 46 News.
Don,